in return, his body softening and lighten up. His face and neck will soften and lighten up. So, I get him light in the body means rib cage. If I can push his rib cage, especially from on a halter. And if he lifts that rib cage in, it gives them somewhere for their head to go. But if we're just totally get their head down, we don't really have much happening below our waist. It's tough for them to get their head there if their body's not soft, if they can't lift their back, right? So good. So he dropped his head again. I took that pressure away. He keeps walking. I'm gonna just check in and start walking again, and then stop. You can stop, buddy. I know. You can stop. Don't worry. I'll reach out there and rope you again. Good. Where he stopped, my shoulder line. My beam is here. So I asked him to stop there. He creeps straight to my shoulder line, and then he goes one step past it and goes to Gina.
No, that's because I'm here. I'm sorry.
The fan and the TV.
He's like, save me.
Take this pressure away from the mom. No. He's not. So it's good. He's making some good noises. You can see that he's walking away comfortable enough with me in this pen. You know, I roped him. I put his rope in his saddle and had it all over him and stuff. But he walks away very submissively. So we're getting somewhere. Getting him to some relaxed movement. I'm going to push him up to a trot again and see if I can get him to surrender to a trot. So when I started pushing him into his head, I was going to add that pressure a little bit more. Say, no, I'm not going away. That's something I'm not going to stop for. We're just going to keep going. You see, he's looking at me, and he's flipping that head around again. And I'm just going to keep
So he's giving you the finger.
He is giving me the finger. I know he's going to be funny about it. I just met you. We're not that good at it. Maybe it's not that good at it. Takes the emotion out of it. You know, horses can get us so frustrated at times, and they play on that.
Well, they say 95% of the time they're fine involved, right?
Well, not necessarily that much, but I mean, it can be. They're pretty forgiving animals. I don't think there's a whole lot wrong we can do with them. Is the way I look at it. There's just things that we could probably do better. If they weren't forgiving. If they weren't forgiving somewhat, I would be out of work. You couldn't get no better, right? But knowing psychology, I know what to look for. Patience and knowledge run out at the same time. Okay, so, I know I'm sure over the years I've been frustrated with horses, but if I think back, it was because my lack of knowledge. I didn't know what to do.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
So if we are, continuously in that learning mindset, we want to learn. There's lots of material out there. There's lots of stuff out there. And because they give us opportunity to be fluent in the language that they speak. Every time I step in the pen, every time I touch a horse's bridle rein or halter shank or their body, it gives me opportunity to communicate and speak Equus, speak their language, right? I speak English and I speak Equus, and I'm starting to become more fluent in Equus. I know few words in Spanish and French, but if I were wanting to learn to speak French or Spanish, I'd go somewhere where they spoke it, and that's the way we had to communicate, right? So I'd learn it. These horses give us that opportunity every day. Okay, so we want to think of it in that way, that that we're able to learn, their language and speak their language. And they don't know right from wrong. They just know where pressure goes away. An older horse, they all have a natural instinct to conserve energy. When they're older, just like us as people, we have less.
What do you think? When do they turn from young to old?
It's specific with every horse. It's different.
Do you think 10 is kind of a general turning point?
Yeah, it is like quarter horse-ish. Yeah, 10 years old. They're starting to mature mentally. They've been physically mature for 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
But mentally, they're
yeah,
more accepting of things. or understand things more. So they have that natural instinct to conserve energy. It kicks in a lot sooner than
Okay.
a kid or a young horse, right?
Right,
They're naturally
right.
gonna have more energy. They're probably gonna go a little bit further. But there's some kids that are a little bit lazier, just like horses too, right? So,
Yeah.
He's a bit lazy, and what I found with him when I first got him, you get him, push him to a point, and then he just, it was like,
hitting the wall, yeah.
yeah, he was like, he's a 2-year-old, but he didn't understand what you were asking, and he'd get mad.
Yeah.
But now he's gotten better, maybe I've gotten better, but
Well, and that's what it's about is even if they don't understand something, trying to recognize what a trainable frame of mind looks like. Okay, so it's studying the animal, they're studying their movement, how he's carrying himself, how he's holding his head, what he's doing with his eyes, what he's doing with his ears, what his muzzle's doing, what his tail's doing.
Because he's interested, isn't he? Like he's listening to you.
Yeah, he's quite listening to me. And
Yeah.
I came in here and he's like, oh hey, this guy he speaks my language to a degree.
well,
He's got a little bit of an accent maybe, but I can understand
it's
it.
like he fed off of you right away.
Yeah, well, they seek comfort in leadership. They want to have leadership because if you ever see anxiety in a horse, it's just because they're not believing in the rider or the handler. Because they feel the need to protect you. It needs to be one way. That's how they survive for thousands of years. And they seek comfort in leadership. So they want that. Even a lead horse out in the field, on the pasture, they're quite happy to give that up to you.
They want to feel safe.
Yeah, they want you to be in that place, right? So if they truly believe that you do that leadership role, they know that you aren't putting them into that scenario, somebody that they can follow, honor and obey. So the relationship that I want to have with my horses, how they used to say in marriage vows, we're equals. That's why people don't say it now. Marriage vows, honor and obey. Dad got married, they did. Right? But they don't say that now, but that's the relationship I want to have with my
I
horse.
didn't know they didn't say that now.
Yeah.
I had to say
I never said that, you guys. I can't believe that. Really? I don't remember saying
That's
that.
a good one, because there's a partnership in that, right? But there needs to be, when it comes down to it, there needs to be a leader, right? And that's why they don't say it anymore, because it wasn't a movie. I watched the interview of the movie the other day, and a guy said on there, it's 2014 now, women are smart. I was like, holy smokes, that's quite a line. Women are smart, yes, no, they've been smart for years, we've just figured that out. Men are starting to get smarter, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. Not as smart as women, but. I'm kidding.
We're still never going to be as smart as you ladies. Yeah.
You know some stuff.
I know some stuff about some stuff, yes.
That's right. Oh, look at that bud. He's just fitting right in,
So
Gina.
we're going to visit that more and more. I mean, we got him to surrender or lower his head a little bit, and we're going to build and feed off of that. It gives me opportunity, to see how he's moving around and stuff like that. As he gets more submissive, as his neck relaxes more, is going to be easier on him, and it'll be a smoother ride as well. So if their head's up and their body's all tight and that, the weight, especially through their shoulders, he picks his feet up and he puts them down quite heavily. When they start to soften like that, their shoulders get softer, their ride is smoother, and then in return it's easier on himself too. Right?
Not as hard on their front legs, right?
Yeah, could be part of the reason why he has some slight navicular, right? Because of the way he carries himself. So it'll only really help things,
Yeah.
right?
Right on.
Good. So he's quite relaxed. And you can see, I'm true to my word. He was with me, but then I didn't move my feet. I didn't ask him. He just invited himself to go to you ladies. So I pushed him and sent him until he, surrendered, right? So just making the answer the same all the time, and being consistent in that. And so because he was a good boy, I'll just go over.
Yeah, he's a
check
good
in with
boy.
him, invite him
Hey?
to come with me again, and now we're gonna alter him up and